Good morning, Mr. White.
Good morning, Mrs. Angel. How goes it?
It goes it good.
Is it good?
It goes it good. I recently got off the phone to my sister. She pumped up my tires. I got off the phone to her. I started talking with you. You left to do something with your daughter. Your wife came on. She further pumped up my tires and filled up my bucket, and I am ready to rumble. How about you?
Fantastic. Oh, well, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. So your tires are totally pumped up. That's fantastic.
Totally pumped.
I'm good. I'm really good. Well, who's not good this time of year? I'm sorry to our people in the Northern Hemisphere.
Correct. Southern Hemisphere.
Yes,
We're doing good. Northern Hemisphere. Hang in there.
Hang in there. No, good fun. Good fun being had down here. It's been it's been a quick term so far. What are we in? Week 5 already?
This one's going to be released week 5. Crazy talk.
Unbelievable. Yep, going very, very quickly.
What's been going on?
We've had we had our valedictory
Yes.
ceremony, which is really cool, and I did speak about it in one of our previous episodes where I get to don the gown and the colours.
Beautiful.
The cape. And proceed into the hall and sit down and all that sort of stuff. It's just a once a year thing, but I like it. I dig it. I think it's fun. All the teachers sort of have a bit of a giggle about it as well. They kind of get a kick out of it, and the students do as well. So you walk in, it's only the 11s and 12s and the parents there, but it's it's quite formal and it's really cool. And then at the end, they sing their song, and it's the finalists' time they're assembled as a group, and they walk out, and the year 11s turn around in their chairs to face the year 12s, and they sing to them. And it's really cool. It's really moving. It's really touching. And, quite a few of the students leaving this year I've had a fair bit to do with since for 6 years since they've been in high school. So it's been, it's been an emotional period of time.
The pride.
There's pride. Pride. And just, you think back, and I've got a bit of a guilty sort of thing. I go back and have a look photos of them when they were in year 7.
Yeah.
And that just amps up the the nostalgia and the emotional aspect of it. But it's funny. You go through and look and go, I remember this thing that happened.
Puberty is harsh for
in
some
year
kids.
7 English and
Yeah.
Oh, there's that. Yes. Well,
yeah. Like, that first year, that was a rough year. But gee, didn't you blossom spectacularly?
You came through.
There was a few awkward years though in the middle there. That's
Yes. Well, we're very clever. We send them bush for a year, so in the year 9 year, so we send them away while they're totally feral, and then get them back.
Wonderful.
And have to wrangle them back into shape when they get back here, and then
That's great.
That's good. It was good fun.
Yeah,
it was good fun. What about you? What's been going on with you?
Oh, it's always action-packed. We have recently just put up, we will have our first graduates at the end of this year with our grade 10 cohort. We go from grade 4 to grade 10. So
Hell of an
our grade 10s will be leaving us, and we really, really want to keep them motivated and to hang in there right till the very end. So we put up our 6 weeks to go last week. We've got our 5 weeks to go. So we've got a countdown up on our big wall at the moment. They were super excited to see that. So we're talking days with them. We're talking about making every minute and moment count, and they are absolutely coming along on the journey. Very excitingly, one of our grade 10 students today had a bit of a moment, and she was losing a bit of had lost a mojo a little bit, lost a bit of faith. I've been here for a year and a half. Have I learned anything? Have I achieved anything? Have I done anything? So I took her aside. I said, you absolutely have. And I know that you absolutely have. And she's one of our students who has, was okay cognitively. So as it turns out, so she was good cognitively, and we were there to really support other needs of hers. And so when she first came to us, she sat a PAT maths test, and she was in the 58th percentile for her age group, which is it's all right. She's was solidly average, and she Absolutely. Look me in the eye. I've learnt nothing, Mrs. Angel. I've wasted my time here. I shouldn't be here for the next 25 days. It is a waste of time. I said, so how about we sit another PAT maths test and we'll see. So if you're still in the 58th percentile, then yes, you haven't grown academically with us. But I reckon, based off what I've seen and what I know and all of our other testing, and I believe that it's going to be astronomically better than that. So she sat down and did the PAT maths test in 38 minutes because it had 40 minutes you have to do it in. And her results came out, and that young lady is in the 98th percentile for grade 10.
98?
Absolutely.
Goodness me.
Percentile.
So she's unbelievable. So from 58 to 98.
58th percentile. So she was better than 58% of the students at the same age as her. So she was above average before, and she's now in the 98th percentile, meaning she's better than 98% of students in her same age bracket.
She's been learning in the fast lane. Stop it.
Shut the gate.
Shut the front door.
I mean, there's nothing better as a teacher than being able to say to your student, I told you so. I was right. You were wrong.
Shut it. You know nothing.
Correct. So I let the data speak for itself. I had the smug look on my face. Obviously, I handled it like the mature adult that I am. And and it was wonderful to hear her in her positive checkout today to go, well, turns out I have learned a whole lot here today in the time that I've been here. And she's ready to knuckle down, because what she wanted to know is which 4 questions did she get wrong. And she was really, really upset with herself, and she wants to work on those so she can ace it in the future. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
And great, great level of faith you have in her to get her to resit the PAT test. And
absolutely. Never doubted the work that they're doing in the class with our amazing teachers. So that was a highlight today. It was a big day today, actually. We also had a couple of the schools that I work with in Canberra that from St. Bede's in Canberra, St. Bede's Primary School in Canberra, and also St. John Vianney's Primary School, also in Canberra. They sent a contingent of staff to come and visit our school today, and we're in there work shadowing our teachers, seeing how we teach and how everything happens. And it was just glorious for them to come and see what we do and how we do it, and having been able to be in their classrooms over the last 2 years, and then getting them to come down and come up and show them what we do and why we do things, and hearing their reflections and getting to see what we're doing at our school through their fresh eyes was really, really cool and really inspiring. They came to our staff meeting. They got to tell our staff what they saw today and how inspired they are and what they're going to go back and do for their kids as a result of it. So great to pump up the tires of my staff at this time of the year as well, to let them know they're working on all the right things. And yeah, it was a cool day today. A really, really, really cool day to be an educator, most certainly today.
Sounds it. Fantastic.
Yes.
That's brilliant. It is really good getting an external pair of eyes, set of eyes coming in, having a look and telling them what they see. Because sometimes the brilliance that we are doing every day, or the brilliant things that we are doing, we become used to, and we just sort of, we cease to see that brilliance. So to see it reflected in someone else's eyes is often really, like you said, pumps your tires up.
Yeah. And there were so many questions that they asked, why do you do this? And did you always do that? And so I was able to reflect on, we definitely didn't always do that. So we had to, there was many iterations that we had to go through, lots of mistakes that we had to make to be able to get to what our current iteration is. And my hope for our staff and for our school is that in 1 year on, maybe I'll be a little bit embarrassed about what we're doing at the school right now, and how much it will have improved in another year on. So it was great to be able to kind of talk through where we started from and where we are now and why we're here now, and what our ongoing improvement mechanisms are in the school, so that we can keep on growing and improving for our students.
That's great. You know more than you think, and you do more than you know.
Yes. Say that again.
You know more than you think, and you do more than you know.
Yes. And that would be absolutely true. Every educator who's listening right now, and when you think everything's going wrong, it's not going wrong. Everything's not going wrong. Some things are going wrong, but not everything's going wrong, because because there's lots that's going right.
That's
But
right.
you're not
And we
necessarily
do,
thinking about it.
yeah, yeah, and we do focus on what's going wrong, and we do that
Mm-hmm.
for a reason. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that is what enables us to get better, but that's also what drags us down sometimes. We need to be
Yeah,
mindful that yeah, you know more than you think, and you do more than you know.
love it. Good sage advice, Mr. White. Thank you.
It comes with
Wow.
a
Like,
beard.
I see, this is what I need to do. I need to grow a beard, and then I'll be more wise. Thank you. I'm on it. That's great. Bit of hard liquor will help with that. All right.
Hey.
All right. Tell me, do we have a spiraling upwards question?
We have a spiraling upwards question. Yes, indeed.
Excellent.
So I think we need to think about, okay, we're coming towards the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do to pump up the tires of those around us? What are we going to do to either celebrate them? It can be an end of the year sort of thing, or it can be just something that you're going to do in the next, we got 4 or 5 weeks left to really pump up the tires of those around you.
Love it. Great question, because everybody can take responsibility for this. So if you're anywhere near a school, if you're a student listening, you can do this. If you're an assistant teacher, a teacher aide, you can do something in the school to help foster that positivity to get through to the end.
Yep.
So when you posed that question before, I said, I don't know what I'm going to say, but I have an answer.
I'm a little bit disappointed. I was hoping, I've got nothing.
No, I got something. I've got something.
Of course you do.
So I think it's, on this occasion, it's a little bit less about pumping up the tires, because most definitely we're throwing food, we're throwing coffee at our staff. We've got our constant reflections, but at our teacher meeting the other day, so we are always talking about a spiraling upwards question to keep things positive, acknowledging that there's always, human nature is there is always a negative voice on your shoulder, but there's not always a positive voice. So we're always giving a platform for the positive voice, acknowledging that there's just always a negative voice. But at the teacher meeting this week, I did a whip around. So every one of my teachers had to verbalize what's their big thing, what's their pressure point right now that they're really worried about. So that then I could either know, or I might have some information that I know that I haven't shared with them yet that actually could then alleviate that immediately, so that then they don't have to worry about that big pressure point right now. And it was awesome. We were able to do a whip around. The overwhelming thing that everyone was jokingly worried about is our Christmas party, which is at an undisclosed location, which has all 4 of the campuses, MSA campuses right now that are open, 3 on the Gold Coast, 1 in Springfield. So we're all within kind of a less than 100-kilometer radius. We're having a conjoined Christmas party at a secret location. And this is causing stress for a lot of our teachers right now. They were kind of joking, but not joking. But anyway, but then I did ask, so in the classroom, what is happening? So we were able to go around, and each teacher was able to say what their big concern was, or what was and for I'd say 90% of them, I was able to let them know, actually, we've got this thing coming, or we've got a plan for this, or we're going to be able to give you a bit more release time, or that is coming. We've got another staff member coming, and we've got plans for that. We just haven't really I haven't talked to you guys about that as yet. So for at least 90% of everyone, I was able to say, all right, well, let me tell you this is what's coming up. So, and that pressure point they were able to see that actually we have a plan for that. And I just hadn't shared that with you as yet. And the other 10% was, thank you very much for letting me know. I need to come up with a plan for that to make sure that you don't need to worry about that anymore. So they all said that was a really helpful thing to just get something off their mind, and then, and to either pass over the monkey from their back to my back, so that I can, as a principal, I can shoulder that load with them, or that I can actually just share some information that sometimes a principal knows some things, but there's not always a forum to share everything always, and you don't want to overload people with information. But on that occasion, I was able to let them know we've got extra staff, extra time, extra whatever we need to do to make sure that they're going to have time to do all of those tasks.
Great.
So the feedback from that was very positive, and I'm definitely going to do that more often. I don't know that I have consciously done that before, but I will do that consciously in the future when I know that we've got these real tight timelines. It feels like term 4 flies away from you, and how am I going to get it all done in the amount of time?
Yeah, absolutely.
How
But
about you?
It must also be a little bit of, you don't want to announce anything until you know it's happening, until you've locked it in, until it's guaranteed. Because then if it doesn't come to fruition, if you're 80% sure, you can say, okay, I want to take some stress off you. This is going to happen. And then it doesn't happen.
Under promise and over deliver is
yes,
what you want to do as a leader.
Yes.
But then sometimes there's things that you know that you in all likelihood going to deliver. And so now that I've promised it, I'm going to deliver it because I know that they need it now. So I need to do everything that I can to make sure that that comes to fruition.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Very good.
What about you?
Me? Well,
how are you pumping up the tires of your fellow teachers?
This is going to go, I assume that some people are going to have their tires pumped up. In fact, I know some people are going to definitely have their tires pumped up by this. But I know some others might feel a little bit deflated. But I'm going to do it anyway. So in the last few years, I've had the pleasure of sharing an office with 2 wonderful people. And when it comes time for Christmas celebration, they go above and beyond in the decorating side of things. Okay, so much so that last year I was concerned at the structural integrity of the elf's house on top of Emily's office, on top of her desk. She assured me it wouldn't fall down, and it didn't. No, it didn't. No,
she was right. You were wrong.
And if we closed the door too hard, I'm sure it would have fallen down. Mine,
but
however,
obviously she removed the door so that no door could be.
That's right.
Yeah, because she's not an idiot.
She's not an idiot. No, that's right.
No.
The door and Chrissy had just the most amazing light display you've ever seen. And my elf's house on top of my desk was very solid, very structurally sound, and it was focusing more on practicality instead over beauty. It must be said. So this year we're in different offices, and we're in the main office. Well, I'm in the main office, right? Where there are about 30, 40 teachers in there. And we're going to go nuts. We're going to go absolute bananas. We're going to stay out, like Chrissy and I are going to stay, and probably Emily as well. We're going to stay after school, I reckon, and just
You're going to spew
nuts.
Christmas on everyone.
We're going to spew Christmas on everyone. And I know that a lot of people are just going to dig it, but I know also that some people are just going to be...
They're going to be be twitching because of the tinsel.
They will. They will be twitching. They will be. It'll be overload. It'll be too much for them, and they will be. They'll come across as Grinches, and rightly so.
Which is fun.
I argue. Which is fun.
Yes.
Which is fun. So we've got in storage the elf houses that we made. So we're going to bust them out, and we are going to extend upon that and make it a big Christmas festival for all.
And I don't want to give too much away. On what date will this Christmas explosion occur?
The traditional start of this, the festivities usually start on the last exam of our students.
For the grade 12.
Whichever students we're teaching, their last day.
Okay. Yep.
On the day of their exam, bang, you can go now. So I've got to talk to a few people to work out the absolute date.
What the actual date is.
Not far away.
I can't wait. And if anybody who works at Mr. White's school would like to, once the Christmas explosion occurs, as you know, we're always receiving feedback on any of our podcast channels.
Positive
and you can also send us an email on teacherschangelivespodcast@gmail.com just to let us know of your happiness or displeasure as to the Christmas explosion that will occur.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes. Well, I'll say...
I'm a bit of a Grinch.
On behalf of myself and Chrissy, we're going to have fun. We're going to have a great time. And Emily, we're going to have a great time.
I appreciate other people doing it and getting involved, but I'm not the person that makes the Christmas explosion, and I bring the fun in complaining about it. So I like to think of
that was me.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. So we can all change. So if you're jotting down notes, which lots of our listeners do, because it's so wise what we have to talk about. So
The
as you're
pills of
jotting
wisdom that
down
we're
notes,
dropping. Mm.
yes. So I understand that you probably, so, change is possible, and you could actually be like Mr. White and end up embracing Christmas spirit. I haven't gotten there yet, but maybe this is my year to embrace the Christmas spirit.
I was the same, but then once you start doing it, you start getting into it, and you actually manifest your joy physically.
Really?
Like, because I quite like it, but I sit back and just enjoy it. But no, get into it.
Yeah, full blown, just embrace it. Right, you
Yes.
heard it here first, people.
So that's what we're doing.
Love it. Good job. Good
Yep.
job, Mr. White. I
It's
look
good
forward to
spiraling up.
hearing how it all plays out,
I'll get some
and
photos. We'll put some photos up.
do it. Do it. If you went on the face space and the gram, then you need to get on board, because I shared a picture of our very handsome and dapper Mr. White at his
Oh, that's right.
graduation at the
Yes. The
valedictorian ceremony
valedictory.
the
That was
other
it.
night. Yes,
Yes. Yes.
all dressed up, all caped up with his hat and yeah. Actually,
Yep.
no, I
It
think
was
his
fun.
hair was so on point. You didn't have your hat on, did you?
No,
Did you have
no
your hat?
hats. We don't do the hat. We just did the
Oh,
gown
you don't do the
and
hat,
the
just the gown.
colours. Mm.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Mm.
Because they've all got spectacular hair like Mr. White. All
What's
right.
left of it? Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, compared to my husband, we all know.
Hold on, buddy. Hold on.
Yep. All right. I have got a fabulous magical moment.
Yes,
Let's
looking forward to
head
this.
into that.
Very good.
Magical moment. Oh, it just drags on so long. All right. We have a beautiful story that Ellen oh gosh, you need to help me here. McGuigan. McGuigan. Thank you. Ellen McGuigan has shared on, no, we're just going confidently. McGuigan from Queensland Teachers on the Queensland Teachers Facebook page.
Cool.
She shared this amazing story, and it's beautiful to see a good news story such as this shared on this page. So she said, good news story, believe it or not. In 2019, I bought some personalized pencils to use as an end-of-year gift for my year 8s. I challenged them to see if they could keep it until they graduate, with the promise of a class party if they can. I haven't taught the cohort ever again, but over the last 4 years, I've had them excitedly approach me on the playground, on playground duty, supervising lessons, or even in the supermarket to tell me they still have their pencil. Today, in 2023, as these kids are about to graduate, we had our pencil party. We had hot chips and cake. We reminisced on their high school journey and talked about their future plans. Those students who still had them brought their pencils along. Most hadn't even sharpened it yet. So my next request was that they damn well use them. So they were, some of them were in peak pristine condition. So she said, time to write their futures. And then she put up on the page when she had taken the photo, she had a candy cane and the tied to the pencils. And then back in 2019, when she was excitedly going to give them out to the students, and then had the box of pencils as they'd handed them in as they were about to graduate in 2023. Oh my goodness!
Cool. That's very cool.
That's so cool. What a great idea!
Brilliant idea.
Yes. So kids are about to graduate, or kids are we're week 5. Yeah. Have a think about that group of kids. Do you have a clan class? So in my kids, in my child, Xavier, he's got a clan. He's in grade 7, and they call their class that they meet with at the start of the day and end of the day their clan, and they'll stay with them the whole way through. And then so there's lots of schools who do something like that. Is there or a particular class that has, are you a first year teacher and there's been a class that's really made a special impact on you? I don't know. Yeah. Just think about it. Like it's that pencil has kept a connection and a conversation going across so many years. How beautiful.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm definitely doing that. I'm looking forward to being a tutor. I'm a year 7 tutor next year.
Yep.
And so that's the first year of our high school. And I'm going to say to them something similar. I'm going to, maybe exactly that. if you hold on to this till your end of year 12, hot chips
Love
and
it.
cake coming your way.
Love it. Love it. And kids, there's no better motivator. If somebody said to me, if you can get
It's true.
everyone 58% percentile to 98th percentile, every single kid from 20 this year for the next 5 years, and you get hot chips and cake, I will turn tricks for hot chips and cake. Are you serious? Yes. I'm a 42-year-old woman. I'll do anything with hot chips and cake. So, gosh, seriously, these teenagers will do hot chips and cake. Is there any better motivator in this world?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm definitely going to do that. That's fantastic. And that was over a couple of years since 2019. Yep, brilliant. Brilliant. Love it. That sort of connection that you can make early. I love it.
Yeah. Ellen said, spread the word. It was beautiful to see how much excitement that generated on the Queensland Teachers Facebook page. People, great news story. Well done, Ellen. You're a legend. And thank you so much for sharing your story and letting us share the story here. All right, well, strap yourselves in, people, because
top shelf.
It's not an episode unless we hear a top shelf wisecrack. So here we go.
Whitey's Weekly Wisecracks. What do you got, Mr. White?
All right, what do you have, Mr. White?
Regular listeners will know that I went to the zoo recently. I took my year 11 geography class to the zoo, and it was awesome.
You did?
It was so much fun. Yep, it was great. It was brilliant. And they're collecting data, and we're standing in front of the monkeys, just looking at the different kinds of monkeys and stuff. And as is usual, the students say, "You're a font of wisdom, Mr. White. What do you know about monkeys?" I said, "Well, I do know that a recent study found that Australians eat more bananas than monkeys, which is not really surprising because when was the last time you saw an Australian eating a monkey?" Oh, no! I thought that was quite good. You didn't like that one. I thought that was all right. I thought that was... They laughed. They thought it was funny. I thought it was pretty good.
Did they? Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. No, that's good.
Oh, wow. I haven't had a bomb like this for a while.
Yeah.
Actually, that's actually not true.
No.
That happens pretty regularly.
Outright lie, Mr. White. Outright lie.
Right. Do you want to butter up? Do you want to follow up?
Go on, do it, though.
I'll give you a follow-up. Oh, I need to redeem myself. Argentina is surprisingly cold. In fact, it's bordering on Chile. That's a geography question for you. Geography gag for you. Yeah, we got a clap.
All right. You're back in the game.
All right, back in the game.
Yeah,
I thought
well
that
done.
monkey one was pretty good. I thought it was pretty funny.
All right. Teaching talent.
Teaching talent.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, I need to cue myself here. Just scrolling through my recent WhatsApps because there's an audio clip I need to play here. Here is a teaching tale. It's kind of a magical moment, but enjoy. So, young man starts at Mastery Schools Australia, moves towns to move to our school. He's a cool cat, and so much so that he's actually got his own YouTube channel called Mr. McGregor. Yeah. And
what's a YouTube channel?
Peak too soon. Mr. McGregor. Yes, if anyone's writing that down, I know everybody, as we said before, listens to this podcast with pen and paper at the ready. Mr. McGregor is the YouTube channel that you want to listen to. He's made a few raps about with multiplication, and he's just raps. Yeah, raps.
Wiggity wiggity whack raps.
Wiggity 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 raps. Because I would
collaborate and listen. Sort of
stop.
Raps. Okay. All right.
Collaborate and listen. You're right. So this thing happens at our school where the students want to beat the teacher in the teacher-student game. They beat the teacher in the teacher-student game when they are showing huge amounts of effort. So when they have beaten the teacher in the teacher-student game, they get tokens and then they get points. They set a goal and a reward that they want to achieve if they can accumulate 120 points as a class in 2 weeks. The students, Mr. McGregor came into the school, bit of a cool cat, and he introduces himself to the class, and he says, so I've actually got this YouTube channel that's called Mr. McGregor, and there's some educational raps there where you can learn your multiplication through my raps, and you can learn your phonics through my raps. And so then the kids have to set a goal, and the cool new teacher, then they go, well, Mr. McGregor, our goal that we want, our reward that we want, is if we accumulate those 120 tokens, you need to write a rap for Junior Blue, and we're going to give you some things that you need to put in that rap song.
Damn
so
right.
Gloriously, the other day, they accumulated those tokens within the required time frame. So everyone, here it is. It's Mr. McGregor. I've got the rap. The kids' parents are sharing it on Facebook because the kids went home and said, we've got to go on YouTube and find Mr. McGregor. It's global. This has gone global. Okay, I'm probably lying. It's going all of Springfield right now, but it's about to go global because I'm about to play it. Here is Mr. McGregor with certain lyrics that he had to put into his rap for Junior Blue. Enjoy. I'm not going to play the whole thing, or maybe I will. Here we go.
Ooh, okay. Scoot.
Little crack answer respect. Junior Blue knows how to do it best. Junior Red, Junior White. If you want to do it better, then say these lines. Sit tall, crack answer respect. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you do. Yeah, sit tall, crack answer respect. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you do. Connecting these memes like concepts. CMC, living up to my initials. Eminem. Go lead, make a hit. BRB, all of my students are all-stars, MSA. To learn the song, you need to write pen. To learn the song, you need to win pen. To learn the song, you need to wear hats. And then you can achieve. You should be proud of yourself because you're learning, making improvements, learning skills daily, making our school.
All right, I'm going to leave you hanging
That's
there.
spectacular.
So everyone, you need to get
Mr. McGregor.
Mr. McGregor.
I love it.
It's a global first right there.
Wow. Hey, his popularity is only going to soar in the next few months. He's really coming into his time of year, isn't he?
He is.
You know why?
What do you mean?
Well, Christmas and all that sort of stuff. There'll be lots of rapping done. Yeah! Got a clap. An extended.
All right. They loved it.
With an abrupt
well done.
stop. Okay.
Well done, Mr. White.
That's great. Mr. McGregor, hats off to you, mate. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
What a champion. Well done. All right.
Love it.
That's all we've got. I mean, that's all we need, frankly. That's a mic drop. So we're going to finish. We're finishing with Mr. McGregor. And
can't top that.
We can't. Thank you very much to Video Pro for
Video Pro.
Everything they've done this year for us. 4 seasons. They've looked after us with our equipment. Thank you so much, Video Pro. Hey, we're back next week. So make sure your pen and paper is ready. And
I'll lift the bar with a wisecrack as well.
Yeah. Thank you. Promises, Mr. White.
No.
Thank you, everyone, for joining and listening, and we will see you next week.
Thank you all.
Good afternoon, Mr. White.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Angel.
Adios.